Welcome back. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Time to take a look at the Nigeria Professional Football League. We love what's going on. Match Day 7 gave us another away victory. So let me say shout out to MFM Football Club of Lagos. They went to Remo Stars to get that important away win. Back-to-back defeats now for Remo Stars. So confirmation of the result. Rivers United couldn't beat Kwara United in Port Harcourt, but MFM traveled to Remo Stars to get the important win. That's in Group A. Let's go to Group B and see what went down there. Go round defeated Kano Pillars by 2-1. Kada City 2, El Kanemi 1. Abia Warriors are winning back-to-back victories in the Oriental Derby is very important. So defeating Atlant by a single goal. They are showing some promise this season, Abia Warriors. Let's watch them closely. That's another team that has got some steam. FC Ifeanyi Uba defeated Gombe United 2-0. Joseph.
Yeah, great result. Go round on their own part, defeated Kano Pillars 2-1. Moko still remains a fortress. They've not lost a game in 4 years, Austin. That's massive. Kano Pillars, in spite of the fact that they won 3-0, still didn't stop them from losing to go round 2-1. Go round, showing all manner of great promises, I must say. Kada City lost to Heartland 3-2. A scintillating match. It took a late third goal from Heartland to be able to, get a victory. Today they were very fantastic. They won 2-1 against El Kanemi Warriors. Abia Warriors. They defeated the Heartland 1-0. At this start, the Heartland have never, defeated Abia Warriors in 4 years. They've never been able to defeat Abia Warriors in 4 years. The 4 times they've met, they've not been able to. Today they lost Abia Warriors as well on the bounce. Defeated Ifeanyi Uba last time, gave them their first defeat in the league. And today they were quite promising, 1-0. Ifeanyi Uba on their own part, after losing at home.
Had to bounce back.
1-0, their first defeat, came back and defeated Gombe. Gombe, no shades of trouble, and second to the bottom, and quite really very sad. And a team that just came back from the NLL, hoping to bounce back, and do well, and right now in all manner of trouble. Yeah,
let's show some love to MFM Football Club of Lagos. Let's talk about that. They defeated Remo Stars by a single goal. Now they are on top of the Group A table with 12 points. Played 6, played 7 today, and they have 12 points. So, Coach Fidelis Elechukwu, we listened to him the other day, and he was saying that there's still a lot of things that this team need. He spoke about a psychologist. I don't know whether they have one now, but psychologically, you can tell that the team is ready to play.
Yeah, they are doing well. When you consider that most of these guys, they are signed, they're actually, players from the lower division. I mean, you have to give them credit.
Lost some important players.
Absolutely. The likes of Sikiru Olatubosun, Onuwa as well, moving to Eyimba. So really, they've been able to micromanage what they have to be able to get the result that they have now. It's their first away victory. The first game they lost to Rivers, and this is their 4th victory on the bounce. And that's quite massive. 3 of those victories are at home. And so you must give them credit. And I think he will be able to afford a smile or two. I mean, he's always caught the picture of somebody who is disturbed. With this result, I mean, really very, very happy for him and in the circumstance. They are really
it will motivate the players.
It will motivate the players, and they will be great believers. When you look at the fact that you just need to be among the top 4. So you're not just looking at winning the league outrightly. It's to be among the top 4 to play, the Super League. So it's a fantastic result for them. When you are on this streak, momentum, it helps to build confidence. And even when you go away, you want to believe you can get something. This is an away result. And, when they travel farther, because it's not too far from home. Remo Stars is in Ogun State, just a state away. So, I mean, when they travel to the likes of Castina, they will have reason to dream that they can get results. And the way this league has been, with the exception of last week, Week 5.
We've been seeing away wins.
We've seen away wins. And that's something that
pops up on match day 15 and tells me we don't win in the NPFL.
We've also seen draws, away draws as well. So it gives a lot of hope. It means that if they don't win, there is a possibility that they could get a draw. And you must give credit to them. And the league has really, I don't know how, but that particular monopoly of home teams getting results somehow is beginning to lose its grip. And we are beginning to see some results, unpredictable results. It's now becoming a trend for away teams to at least get a draw. And so the automatic, home win syndrome seem to be fizzling out.
Good. Same scorer today. Adeneji Kabri. Good momentum for MFM. They defeated the likes of Enugu Rangers already, and then going away now to pick a point. So this is a team we can watch. They've played just 6. This was the 7, but they played 6, and they are still on top of the league table for Group A. Let's see what they're trying to tell us. This MFM for Group B, FC Fire Uba. We told you they're not looking back. They've played 7 and they're still on top of the table with 14 points. Heartland and El Kanemi Warriors just breathing down right there with 12 points each, saying blink, 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 and see if we're not going to take it. So it's the Nigeria Professional Football League. It's competitive. Just in case you've not been following, I think you should start now. You've missed 7 matches, some 6, some 5, but we invite you to be part of the journey now so you can support league football in Nigeria and you can have a say when we're talking about persons that gave their 10% towards the development of the sport. Let's take a look at fixtures for tomorrow, match day 7. And we actually, I'm going to ask Joseph, because we've seen MFM give us one away victory. When we look at the fixtures for tomorrow, we'll see if we can get more victories away from home tomorrow. Wiki Tourists will take on Aimba Football Club of Aba. Niger Tornadoes will host Sunshine Stars. Katsina United will play Bendel Insurance. Bendel Insurance got their first win of the season, beating Lobby Stars by a single goal. Let's see what they can do when they go away. The match between Rangers and Lobby, of course, postponed. These guys are busy.
On the continent.
On the continent. We also have Nasarawa United in Group B taking on Plateau United, while Yobe Desert Stars will take on the desperate Aqua United. They needed to bounce back big time against Go Round, and they did. Won that 1, 3 goals to nothing. So just with these fixtures tomorrow, where are we likely to get an away win?
Castina United, Bendel Insurance.
I think Bendel Insurance.
I think Bendel Insurance could pull a surprise.
Castina is also pretty.
If you look at insurance this season, they've been up. They've not really been. You know, they were able to get their first victory. Maybe they could be fired up. You know, when you consider the support they are getting from the state government. The best chance I would put insurance, but I'm not too sure. Wiki will be looking to bounce back. You know, against the Yimba. Imba on their own part, they're very solid side. That's one area also we'll be watching. And Wiki lost at the weekend. Imba would always be a threat. You know, if everything really, if the conditions are normal, Imba could get a result there. But I don't see them winning. Maybe a draw. That's a possibility.
You don't think Aqua United can do anything at Yobe Desert?
No, I really don't see much about Aqua. You know, they're a solid side. They won at the weekend 3-0, but they still have that unpredictable. They are not on the streak yet. They still have all manner of issues that, you know, they've not been able to figure out. That fine, they got the result, but we've had all manner of concern about Aqua all through the season so far. You know, they're just recording their first victory. So really, Yobe Desert Stars, I really don't. It's difficult at this stage to rate Aqua because before the league, you could actually say Aqua would get the result with what they have, the quality of players they have, but they've not been able to. The players almost as if they've not been able to, you know, get to the top. They struggled this season. So you can't really put your money on Aqua because you don't know the Aqua that will show up. Exactly. That's just the issue. They have what it takes to be able to get the result. But they have not really showed much promise.
So for you, it's just Bendel Insurance. That's what you're saying. Particularly Aqua United fans when they remember what happened in that match against Plateau United, how the team, you know, blew our opportunity to win. Bendel Insurance, we know the story.
That's the deputy governor there.
That was always a big part of the team. So they were super excited when they defeated Lobby Stars in that rescheduled match. So they were hoping to sustain the momentum. I'm sure they'll be smiling that you're giving them that confidence too, that they can win. But I believe we're going to see two away victories tomorrow. One from Group A and one from Group B. I'm not going to tell you the teams, but I believe, I'm saying it, but I'm not Octopus. But I believe we're going to get 2 away victories, one from Group A and the other from Group B, and it will give us more reasons to talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League because this is our own football. We love it, and we invite you to be part of it. Let's keep supporting league football in the country. Let's go to social media. You guys are talking to us. Keep it coming on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. Loads of comments. Oyewale Babatunde Noah says, I hope the Flying Eagles qualify for Poland 2019. They should.
Yeah, they should. They've shown enough promise when you consider the fact that they play against Niger, and Niger have not really, been spectacular. They drew against South Africa, 1-1. And yesterday they threw away a 2-goal lead. They were 3-1 up against Burundi. But somehow they contrived to allow the Burundians back into the game, And so if they could show such laxity, when they come across the Flying Eagles, I do believe that we have what it takes in terms of ability.
But we know how it is with these teams when they hear that it's Nigeria at any level. Everybody just.
Austin, we just showed the clip of how determined, how upset those guys were with the referee. So it tells you that they really wanted to wrap up the qualification against South Africa, and they were unable to, and they're disappointed. So against Niger, I think the Nigerians so far have shown that there is really nothing esoteric about them. On a good day, you can take them on. And with what we have and the determination of the boys, because these guys are really very determined. Somebody described them as hustlers. I really don't think that's appropriate. but I do believe that these guys are fired up. They're super motivated. They know that this is one area they want to get done with so that they can move on to Poland. And I do believe with the determination so far shown, and of course the coaching crew wants to proceed to the next level, it will be very difficult for the Nigerians to get a result against Nigeria.
I agree with you. Tari Aruwe says, I do not fully agree with your analyst, Joseph. They are not that bad. Joseph didn't say that bad too. All they need is playing time after now. But this is the competition. They need to qualify. They need to qualify for the World Cup. They are just too much in a hurry to get goals, both in their opener and against South Africa. I agree. It's just a rush of blood to the brain, and
that is where the coaching should come in, because you must be able to control them. They are young lads. They are over enthusiastic.
I agree. I said that young lads.
Austin, let's leave it at that. We have a fair idea of something. So really, you have to give them credit. I just hope they grow into the competition, and get better. As the surface also. I was watching the game against Burundi. Even Manchester City will struggle, to play on that surface, because it's difficult. The bounce of the ball was not predictable, and the pitch wasn't level. And coupled with the fact that most of them are actually playing their first major tournament, and it could come in. But so far, I've just been looking for that exceptional talent that world is known at under 17 and under 20 level. So just be looking for that organized play.
And ask questions.
Exactly.
5, 6 years from now.
And I haven't seen much of that. I stand to be corrected.
That's what he's saying. That let's just be patient. That they also, the players are in a hurry. That we shouldn't be. That they should just be calm about things. But not much playing time. They have to do what they have to
get the results.
At this competition in Niger. Chinedu Echianu says there should be a strategic arrangement by the Nigeria Football Federation to ensure that we use the required age brackets of players for age-grade football competitions. We should no longer rely on age declarations and affidavits. That is why we keep saying, go back to the basics. Go to the grassroots. Go to the schools. That's what we are doing right here with the Channels International Kids Cup. So you keep a database. You ask questions. So somebody says, I've shown you a video of Afolabi Yusuf and his progression of when he started playing. So someone cannot just come and say, this is my birth certificate.
Last time I was looking at a picture of Komeni handing over his shirt to Morata. So you can imagine Komeni handing over his shirt. So you could still remember that incident. He was a ball boy after the game against Barcelona. Morata approached him and he handed over the shirt. Still remember the incident, vividly. What I'm trying to say is that we should have a structure in place where we see these young lads coming through the ranks. That's not when it's a month or two or a year or two to the competition, and then we begin to tell clubs, get us players, and we should see their progression from school level to feeder teams. Some of these guys have been in the league for God knows how long. We don't want to say that now, but what we are saying is that in terms of progression, we really don't see much. So they just appear at under 20 level.
That's what this guy is saying, that everyone should not say go and win, or because you see a young team, you say they are poor. No, it's because everybody's putting pressure on both the technical crew, even some parents. They're over ambitious. So what this guy is trying to tell us is, relax, everybody. NFF, go back, do the right. They are doing it with the NPFL promises. So kudos to the NFF on that. Sheyaki Omi is in charge of grassroots football, and he's doing very well too. But can he fight that father and mother that has gone to touch birth certificate of the child? You see, it's everybody's work. Everybody should be involved in the work. We do the Channels International Kids Cup, and at that level, primary school level, I know what we go through trying to fight age cheats. Primary school, under 13, you will be shocked. Our proprietors will put together a school team, bring us birth certificate that has the numbers. All the children born on the same day, same hospital. So will we start saying it's the NFF? It's not the NFF. So everybody needs to come together and know that it's very delicate at that level. So thank you so much for that comment, Mr. Chinedu Echiano. Net Blaster says, despite all things, I'm very impressed with the way the NPFL is going. It's becoming very interesting. Yeah. Thank you so much, especially with at least an away win every match day. It shows improvement.
With the exception of just one match day, we've always had away victory.
Fantastic.
And the fact that, of course...
Sorry, let me cut you. And we have away victories in some centers, and referees are safe. The away team safe. The only place we had problems, they didn't even lose the match. So you see, that's what he says. That's improvement.
Yeah, it is improvement. And that you could win away and still come back safe and sound. It's something that we have to give kudos to. But we also have to take care of those areas where we've had flashes and make sure that appropriate sanctions are meted at deduction of points. And whenever they protest, you add 3 more. Points deduction. So really, I just love the fact that it is peaceful. People can win away. It gives confidence to away teams. They know that once they go out there, they can get a result. And the people don't, because somehow it's very convincing. So it's difficult to fault referee decision, and it's something that is a welcome development.
Yeah, very, very, I agree. Omololu Anu on Twitter says, well done, guys. Thank you so much, Omololu. Thumbs up for MFM Football Club of Lagos for the long-awaited and well-deserved away victory. Barca is still going to come back and clinch the victory. That's a Barca fan right there. But yeah, big ups to MFM for that away win. Let's see what that can do for their season. Let's get on with the show now. Talk World Football Administration. Now, FIFA President Gianni Infantino will not face a challenger in June's election to the head of to become head of the World Soccer Governing Body. The presidential elections is set to take place at the 69th FIFA Congress in Paris on June the 5th. Infantino's plans for a new expanded Club World Cup and a Global Nations League tournament have put him at loggerheads with European Confederation, UEFA, and club organizations. And you think he's done so well so far?
He has. You have to give him credit now. As it is now, he has to pass the formality, just eligibility and integrity checks, before the elections. I think he's done quite well. He's been able to preside over a successful World Cup, one of the best we've ever had, for which the Russians decorated him with a medal. You have to give him credit to that. And when you consider where we are coming from the Blatter era, where all manner of issues, Swiss authorities had to move in, corruption scandal, he's been able to steady the ship. There hasn't been any issue at all. And it's been a very smooth transition, even among the various, associations, the various regions. He's been able to stabilize. He had the support all over. And it's difficult to fault him, with the exception of this Qatar issue in 2020, where they are thinking of, they have issues with the dates and with the number of, countries. We are looking at 48. There hasn't really been much in terms of controversy. So you have to give him credit. And how do you come out to contest against him when there is no controversy, really? So he's done well and he deserves a second term.
So I totally agree with everything you've said, but let's see how that goes. So let's just let you know halftime in that match. English Premier League, Everton 0, Manchester City 1. That's where the curtain falls. Joseph, thank you so much for stopping by.
Always a pleasure.
Of course, and to you, wherever you are in the world watching Sports Tonight on Channels TV, it was fun doing this with you, particularly sending those that sent in comments. If you didn't, keep it coming, because after this show, the conversation doesn't end. Keep talking to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels_sports. That's the show for the team, the ever-winning sports team. I'm Austin Okonakwan. In everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.